Hello friends, welcome to all of you for the Diploma course in Medicinal Plants organized by Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji Science College, Amravati. Today's topic of my lecture is mushrooms and the lichen. So friend, all of you know the fungi, and in the fungi, the macrofungi group which comes under the mushrooms. All the macrofungi which are the mushrooms, but they may be edible or they may be poisonous type of the mushrooms. And lichens are the very good example of symbiotic type of the relationship. The algal partner and the fungal partner both live in the beneficial type of the relationship, that is the lichen. First of all, we will focus on the mushroom. The mushrooms, which are the forest, which are found in the forest, and these mushrooms, which is having the typical type of the life cycle. The mushrooms are the fleshy type of the fungi. The mushrooms are having the variety of shape and the size and the type of the basidiocarp. The mushrooms are originated or germinated from the spores. These spores are called as the basidiospores. The basidiospores are single-celled, and these uninucleate basidiospores, after the germination of the basidiospore, which is released from the basidiocarp, the mycelia which are developed, and this mycelia which undergoes dikaryoticization to form the hyphal knot and the primordia formation, which takes place in the rainy season in the soil. All these stages which are occur in the soil, and after the formation of button, the fruiting body which appears on the surface of the soil in the rainy season, after the first rain of the monsoon, and the variety of the colors and the various type of the shape of the basidiocarp which are appears on the surface of the soil in the forest, and the area particularly having the high humus. The mushroom required the high humus for their growth. The mushrooms are the saprophytic in nature. Mushrooms grow on the dead and decaying organic matter in the moist area. The mushrooms are having the various type of the size, and these mushrooms which are having the highly nutritious type of the food material. So in case of mushroom, this morchella is the common mushroom which are found in the Mergad forest of Amravati district, and these mushrooms are the highly delicious type of the mushroom, and which belongs to the group of the fungi, that is the Ascomycota. This morchella, which is the edible mushroom, and which is also called as the cup fungi, and these mushrooms are particularly grows on the vicinity of some higher plants. This mushroom morchella cannot culture artificially on large scale. This is the again edible type of the mushroom, that is the canterelles are the most famous consumed wild mushroom species which are found in the forest and which are utilized by the tribal peoples and in the hotels for the different type of the recipes. These canterelles which are having the particular type of the basidiocarp, this basidiocarp which is having the ear-like structures, the fully mycelium and sporulations which are occur in the basidiocarp of cantarelles. The another type of this mushroom, that is the Pleurotus, and this Pleurotus Ustrotus belongs to the genus of very common edible macrofungi which are found in the forest, and these fungi which are having the various colors and various species of the Pleurotus which are edible and in large quantity which are artificially cultivated in the different countries of the world and the different area of the world. The next species of the mushroom, that is the cantharids, are prevalent in macrofungi, These white, yellow, and orange funnel shaped meaty mushrooms are most famous in the wild mushroom species, which are also delicious and found in the various forests in the moist area. These are also the small mushrooms toadstool. This mushroom is not edible, and little fungus or the mushroom which are growing on the soil and which are having the particular type of the umbrella like shape. The macro of the mushrooms, that is the fruiting body basidiocarp, is just like umbrella and having the various color. But these are the toadstool. Toadstool mean the poisonous fungi, some of the fungi which are poisonous in the forest, and these fungi which are dangerous to eat. So we have to take precaution for the identification of the mushrooms, whether it is edible or not. These are the size of phylum Communi, the fungi which grows on the dead and decaying dead twigs of the woods, and the also on the living plants which are having the bracket-like structures. These bracket fungi which are having this type and the umbrella-like structures. These are having the gills and the basidiospores which are arranged on the tip of the basidium, and these are very common in the forest in the moist region of the forest, and grows in the rainy season. These are very common, delicious, and widely cultivated mushroom of the world. That is the Agaricus bisporus. These mushrooms are also called as the button mushroom, and which is commonly available in the market, in the hotels, and everywhere. So these species which are commonly cultivated in the different region. This is the amazing world of the mushrooms. This is the wonders of the mushroom. That is the Neonothapanus gardneri. This mushroom, which is called as the bioluminescent mushroom. These bioluminescent mushrooms, which are having the particular type of the color, which is emitted by the stipe of the mushroom, and the in the night the particular type of these mushrooms which are emitted, and commonly called as the bioluminescent mushrooms which emit the light, which is the wonder of the mushrooms and very important type of the mushroom. This is again the fungi which are found in the rainy season in the particular type of the humus background. The Phallus indicatus is the species which are also called as the stinkhorn, and which are showing these net-like structures of the and the stalk of the mycelium, and the upper fruiting body is having the particular type of the sporulation. This sporulation which are occur on the surface of the fruit body. So this is the phallus. Then this is a Worcester mushroom, that is the Pleurotus sajarakajo, which is very commonly used mushroom in the hotels for the different type of the recipes like the mushroom soup. And these mushrooms are having the particular type of the basidiocarp, which are having the gills and the base of the mushroom that is attached to the substratum, that is the mycelium, and this Worcester mushroom which are commonly cultivated in India and in the world also. This is the Indian paint fungus, and which cause the rotting to the higher plants, stem of the higher plants, which is also called as the rust red stringy rot caused by this fungus. The name of this mushroom, that is the Echinodotium tinctorium, which appears hard structures, which is having the basidiospores and the basidiocarp, which are hard and attached to the stem of the plant. This is again the species of Agaricus, which are typically umbrella-like structure. Basidiocarp is having the umbrella, and there are different gills which are present on below the surface. This is the stipe of the umbrella, that is Agaricus, and the basal part which is having the mycelium which are spread inside the soil. So this is a very common type of the mushroom in the forest. This is the one group of the mushrooms. This mushroom group is called as the wood rotting fungi or the wood rotting mushrooms. That is the Polyphorus versicolor is the name of these mushrooms, which grows on the dead and decaying organic matter, and which the color of these mushrooms appears like the brownish in color, and there are different layers of the mushroom on the surface of the fruit body of the this mushroom. This is the Ganoderma lucidum, which is a highly medicinally important mushroom, which are found in the forest area and also the different part of the country, and which is having this is the stipe of the Ganoderma, and this is the basidiocarp. This basidiocarp, which is having the basidiospores, and these are the uh, mycelium and all these sporulations which are appears on the surface of the fruit body. This is again the wonders of these mushrooms, which is a beautiful type of the mushroom, and the common name of this mushroom, that is a fur ball. The lycoperdon is also the example of these fur balls, which shows the ball-like structures on the surface of the uh, ball-like structures which are found on the soil, and the all these structures which are penetrated into the soil, the mycelia which are developed into the soil. This is the again the cauliflower mushroom is commonly called because due to the appearance just like a cauliflower. The botanical name of this mushroom, that is a Sparacis crispa, which are having the different type of the shape and size of the fruiting body of this Sparacis. This is the beautiful mushroom which are found in the forest region of the our Medghat. The common name of this fungus is a Cythus. This is also called as the bird nest fungi. The appearance of the fruiting body of this mushroom is the just like a bird nest, and inside the bird nest, this small eggs like peridioles which are present inside these funnel-like structures. So these are the egg, just like the basidiospores are present inside this egg-like structure or the peridioles, and all these structures which are growing on the marshy places, and which grows on the dead and decaying organic matter on the dead log of wood. This is again the important and the type of the mushrooms or the fungi which are found in the forest. That is the common name of this fungi is the geostrum or the earth star fungi. The specific type of the habitat of this mushroom, that is the stone and the rocks which grows on the rock and stone, and which looks like just like onion. The outer layer of this fruiting body is called as the exoperidium, inner layer is called as the endoperidium, and the inner part is also having the glabal cavities, and these are having the basidiospores. So this is the geostrum. Then the mushroom is called as this clitocybe, which is having the keel mushrooms or belongs to the agaricales, which are having the gills beside this mushroom, and this type is present, and this type and the gills which are the characteristic feature of this clitocybe. This is the Amanita. Remember, friends, this is the deadly poisonous fungus or the mushroom is Amanita phalloides, and this Amanita phalloides, which is typically we can identify on the basis of the bright reddish color and the ornamentation on the surface of this fruiting body. This is the stipe, and stipe is milky or the whitish in color, and the mycelium which is spread inside the soil, and the tip of this mushroom, that is the amanita, that is the reddish in color and which are having the ornamentation, This is the poisonous type of mushroom. So you should take care about these mushrooms, or the mushrooms which are having the dark, bright color and the unpleasant smell is the some characteristic feature of these mushrooms. This is again the poisonous mushrooms which is having the milky latex, and this vulva is also the characteristic feature of the poisonous mushroom. This is the uh, structure which are present here. So please take care of these mushrooms. These fungi which comes under the category of the hard type of the not fleshy fungi, hard fungi. The name of this fungus is the Zahleria polymorpha, which is having the ascospores. This belongs to Ascomycotina, and the ascospores which are developed inside the fungi. This is the Piziza, that is the curve fungi, which is a fleshy type of the fungi and which found in the marshy places and the moist type of habitat, which is having the log of woods, and these woods are having the particular type of the nutritions, and this nutrition which are absorbed by the fungi. This mushroom Physaza belongs to the Ascomycotina. So these are the ascocarp, and this ascocarp which is having the ascospores. So this is the Ganoderma type of the mushroom, and this Ganoderma mushroom which is having the particular type of the fruiting body, large type of fruiting body, and this fruiting body which is having the basidiospores and the basidium, and this Ganoderma lucidum which is highly medicinal mushroom which acting against the anti-cancer, which is having the anti-cancer property, anti-diabetic property, anti-demential properties, and which is having the high amount of micronutrients. This is the jelly mushrooms. The mushrooms which are jelly, having the jelly type of the fruiting body or the basidiocarp, and which is having the sporulations and the mycelium. Again, very economically important type of the fungus, that is the cordyceps. This fungus is called as the caterpillar fungus because this fungus grows on the body of the caterpillar. This is the caterpillar, and in the mouth of caterpillar the fruiting body is developed, that is the fertile region which are developed on the fruiting body. This is the non-fertile region, the complete fruiting body of fungus, that is the cordyceps sinensis, which grows on the mouth of the caterpillar. Then these are the different species of the cordyceps, which are all species growing on the caterpillar or the insects. The habitat of or the source of food, which is the insects. Without insects, these cordyceps cannot grow or cannot complete their life cycle. These are the longitudinal section of these cordyceps which are having the ascomata or the ascocarp. These are the spores and the mycelium. These are the enlarged view of the ascocarp, that is the perithecium type of the ascocarp which are developed inside the cordyceps. These are the ostiole or the opening of the fruiting body cordyceps, and these fruiting body openings which are converted into the ascocarp. These are the ascospores which are released from the fruiting body, that is ascocarp. These are the again fruiting body of this one of the mushrooms cordyceps which growing on the insect. Why this cordyceps is important? Because these cordyceps are having the n number of properties which are having this wide range of nutritional compounds, fats, fibers, carbohydrate, cordycepins, sterol, nucleoside, and all these elements. What are the useful aspects of this cordyceps? It has which enhance the physical stamina, effect on the heart, control low blood pressure, strengthen the heart rate, maintain the kidney function, maintain the lung functions, maintain the liver functions, chronic pulmonary disease which can acting against the asthma, improve the sexual functions, antibacterial properties, antioxidant properties, and immunomodulating effects. So these are the importance of this cordyceps. So this cordyceps, which is smuggled from country to another country, this cordyceps is popularly called as the natural Viagra, is gaining popularly worldwide as an aphrodisiac and is making its way in large quantity from the Himalayan region of India and neighboring countries. Though through Nepal to Hong Kong and mainland China, where is the sale from $1,500 to $3,000 per kilogram is the cost of this cordyceps, that is the natural Viagra. Therefore, the demand of this cordyceps is very much in the cold countries of the world. Then the another topic of our lecture is the lichen. So all of you know about the lichen, that is the lichen is the example of symbiosis, and symbiosis is the relationship between the useful partner, both the partners which are benefited, algae and the fungi. So there are a different type of lichens. All of you knows the foliose lichen and the crustose lichen and the this lichen which is the foliose type of lichen, leaf-like structures which are develop on the another plants. Crustose lichen, these are the crust like structures which are developed on the stone, on the rock, and the fruticose lichen which are the fruiting body which are developed on the surface of the another type of the plants. So these are the three type of the lichens which are growing in the different area. Then the thallus morphology, the two partners are having that is the mycobiont and the phycobiont. These are the two partners which are found anatomically inside the lichen. The lichens have dorsiventral type of the leaf-like thallus, then attached to substratum, and these are the example of these lichens. And the lichen word derived from the Greek word that is the leprous and referred to medicinal use for treatment of skin disease. So the medicinal importance of lichen is particularly the lichens which are uh, treatment used for the treatment of skin diseases because of their appearance as peeling skin. So these lichens are also applied to various fields. This is the internal structure of lichen, which is having one layer of the algae and one layer of the fungi. The asexual reproductions by the various type of these structures, that is the fragmentation, soridia, hyphae formation. These are the ascocarp of the fungal partner, and these are the fungal hyphae. The green are the algal layers. The algae synthesize the food material and provide the nutrition to the fungi, and fungi provide the phosphates. Fungi provide the nutrients to the algae, and these algal cells which are totally wrapped by the fungal hyphae is upper layer of fungal hyphae and photosynthetic layer of the algae which are having the particular type of the structures. These are the internal structure of various type of the lichen which are having the uh, green and the uh, brown type of the structure. The soridia which are developed, Isidia, and these are the spermogonia. These are hyphae which are having this fruticose type of lichen which is having the ascocarp, and this ascocarp which is having the asci and the ascospores. Lichen which are having the internal structure, that is the algae and fungi, which shows this is the crustose lichen, foliose lichen and the fruticose lichen, which shows the apothecia of the ascocarp. The importance of lichen is lichen tolerate the heat that would desiccate and kill most plants. Antibiotics have been extracted from lichen. This is very important type of the aspect of the lichen. Some lichen used as a source of food. Most species of lichen which are sensitive to sulfur dioxide in the air, and Therefore indicators of air pollution. This is very important point for the pollution, environmental pollution point of view. These lichens are indicator of pollution. These are sensitive to sulfur dioxide in the air. These are the another economically importance of lichen. These are the dyes and perfumes which are extracted from lichen. The lichens are killed by low level of sulfur dioxide, accumulate SO2 with their thalli. These are some lichens indicative of different level of pollution, and they are having their effect on the structure of the lichens. So thank you so much for the your important type of the topics, that is the mushrooms and the lichens. So all of you should take note that the mushrooms are the delicious type of the food you should use in your daily diet for the to treat various type of the disease. And lichens are also having the economically importance. They are using in the perfumes and the another antibiotic formation, and they are the indicators of the pollution. Thank you so much. Thank you.